Set in a tiny and tight-knit Arctic village, the series follows a 20-something Inuit woman trying to rebuild her life after exiting her marriage. Cold is never far from mine in Netflix's North of North, set in a remote village deep in the Arctic region of Canada. Snow blankets the ground in every single episode as icy gray waters lap the shore. Even in summer, the characters remain bundled up in woolen hats and puffy coats. And yet warm was one of the words that came most readily to mind as I made my way through the 8-episode first season, along with Likable. Ice Cove, Nunavut, might be nestled in a literal tundra, but the comedy's affection for its characters and the community they call home make it feel as cozy as a hot bath after a long day. Anna Lambe leads the cast as Siaja, a plucky civil servant in the mold of Parks and Recreation's Leslie Knope or Rutherford Falls' Reagan Wells, or at least that's what she aspires to be. As the series starts, she's the stay-at-home wife to Ting, Kelly William, the town golden boy, and mother to a 7-year-old named Bun, Kira Bell Cooper, a TV child who manages to stay on the right side of the balance between funny and cutesy. But at 26, she's starting to long for something of her own, outside the roles prescribed to her as a good Inuk woman. In quick succession, she dumps Ting and moves in with her mother, Nevi, Micah Harper. She talks her way into a probationary job as the assistant to Helen, Mary Lynn Rajskub, the town manager, whose white savior tendencies are mostly counterbalanced by her clearly genuine love for her adopted home. She even, eventually, starts trying to date again, ignoring the whispers of neighbors who cannot believe she'd let go of a catch like Ting. Like most comedies, North of North takes a few episodes to click into its fullest potential. The premiere ends with a twist that's a hair too awkward for my taste, and Ting's callousness towards Siaja initially lands a shade too cruel to be amusing. But those are minor quibbles to take with a show that comes out of the gate with an undeniably fresh perspective. As acknowledged in Siaja's opening monologue, most Southerners probably think of Inuit only as a historical population when we think about them at all, and that by its 3rd or 4th episode has settled into a reliably pleasant rhythm. Lambe is thoroughly winning as Siaja, who can't seem to stop herself from wearing her heart on her sleeve, even when, as in her very public breakup with Ting, she'd probably be better off if she could. Harper's Nevi is her opposite, sarcastic and prickly, and more likely to set a guy's car on fire than to talk through her feelings about him. The actors share a complex chemistry that speaks to the unwavering love between mother and daughter, but also the rocky history between them. The rest of the ensemble includes Jay Ryan as Alistair, a handsome and kindly environmental consultant who has a surprisingly complicated history with Ice Cove, and Braden Clark as his assistant Cook, a handsome city boy whose endearing, low-key dorkiness and perfect comic timing make him an ideal match for Siaja. In fact, my biggest complaint about North of North might really be a compliment. It seemed a shame there wasn't more time for characters like Mili, Zorga Konak, and Colin, Bailey Poaching, Siaja's friends, who seem fun, but whom we never actually get to know very well. Plot-wise, North of North isn't exactly out to reinvent the wheel. Storylines about Siaja's efforts to liven up the weekly Elders' Night by bribing the town youth with slushies, or to raise money by challenging a better-funded rival town to a baseball game seem, in broad strokes, like they could be borrowed from any number of sitcoms, and it's rarely a big shock where any of them end up.